really good to get a win. You know, we have, I thought we showed signs the other day against Southern Illinois and didn't quite get over the hump. You know, to have it come down to the end and then to go ahead and put it away, however dramatic we made it, you know, that's good. You have to find a way to learn how to do that. And I think tonight, you know, hopefully is a step forward in that. I thought a lot of people stepped up. Tana being one of those people. You know, she played 34 minutes, didn't turn it over, and that's kind of been a thing for us, so that was really important. You know, we kept them off the glass for the most part, which was a big deal going into this game. But the 33, she's a really good player. She was 8 for 10. But the one thing we did was limit her offensive rebounds. She coming into the game, I think she was averaging like 5 a game or something like that. And it was very, very important for us not to turn it over and then to keep her off the glass, and we did that. So that was good. You know, it was good. Better feeling than what we've had.
You mentioned with Tana and the turnovers down the stretch. It didn't just seem like Tana was limiting turnovers. There was a certain flow to your all's offense, especially early, that I felt like she set the tone for that.
Yeah, she does a good job moving the ball, and I think tonight she was even a little bit better in that than maybe what she's been in the past. And you know, I think she took a step forward to being. I thought she really attacked well off the ball screen, and then she got off the ball and moved it. And you know, that's what we need to do. You know, we need to get a good ball screen exchange, and then once we get them moving, we need to keep them moving instead of letting them get reset on us. But you know, we started the game with a lot of energy. I'm really happy with the way that we started the game, and then you know, I thought that maybe our struggles to this point creeped in a little bit in the second half and down the stretch, and you know, I think today should build a little confidence that we're okay, you know, and you can find a way to get this done.
Tana, a couple plays you make down the stretch that I don't think will show up in here, like just hustling over and getting in front of a player that's going for loose ball rebound and then hustling back and creating the walk when they're trying to tie it up. Like, just what is it about your game that makes you so apt to make those plays and the basketball IQ that you've got there?
Well, first off, I'm not very tall, so I have to make sure I make those kind of plays. And once I make those kinds of plays, it gets the team going more, it gets them hyped. So if I can pressure the ball, it's easier for them to run through passes and fast breaks.
Could you feel that today, though? I mean, the energy level that you started out with sort of just resonated with the rest of the team?
Yeah, it was fun.
You know, she gets our defense set because she stops the dribbler, and that helps anyone's defense when you can when you get the ball stopped, and then you kind of figure out where everybody is and line up and guard easier. So that's an important thing that she does, and she's done it well the last couple games here.
Coach, you talk about last game being behind for most of the game. This game you were up the whole game except for 45 seconds, and you did it with your bench. Your bench contributed a lot. Talk about how you were able to not only have the starting rotation, but implement others into the success that you got to have basically the whole game.
Yeah, you know, I mean, Shayna Gore's a really good scorer. She scored her 1,000th point at Marshall today, and she's coming off the bench right now, and she's done everything I've asked her to do in that role. She's really working hard right now, and you know, I think I said this the last, maybe after Southern Illinois. I think that coaches get caught up less in who comes off the bench and who's in there winning, who's not, and that's kind of the way I look at that. But you know, yeah, our bench has contributed well. You know, prior to 3 games ago, she was coming off the bench. You know, so I think when you look at, I don't really know that it matters. We got to have all hands on deck, and when you go in there, you've got to bring it. And I feel like our team is getting closer to doing that at the level that I want them to. You know, and I want to get that solved and not go backwards on it.
Tana, for you, how much of the fourth quarter was a mental hurdle for the entire team? Just trying to get over that hump of, we've seen this before. Let's not let this happen again.
I think it was just get the ball in the right hands and execute, and we just had to crash the board and make sure we scored. And also, they were a little tired today, so defensively, they didn't really run on us much.
The rebounding job that you all did, and it seemed like everybody was crashing down. You mentioned, they had some bigs down in there that could really push for position, and it seemed like you all were getting deflections, getting hands on balls, and sort of scrapping out to the 50-50 balls that made a difference.
I think we're doing that better. I think that we're doing that better. There's no question about that. I don't know how they got some late in the zone. They just got some wide open stick backs there late. So we really, for probably 37 minutes, we really held them off the glass. They might have got 3 right at the end. Like I said, it's good when you, Coach Reed had the scout. She did a lot of work on the scout. You look at this a lot. You put a lot of work into it. And one of the things that we knew going into it was we've got to limit their second chance points. They quite frankly, they shot it better than what they had from 3. Had we not rebounded like that, we probably couldn't have withstanded it. So we needed to take care of the ball. If we would have had 20 turnovers tonight, we probably wouldn't have been able to withstand it. And you have to do it. You've got to put the complete game together so that when a team goes 8 for 22 from 3, when you don't expect that, you can hang in there.
Coach, this is your second time playing this team, first time as a head coach. Last year you guys played him, but you were an assistant. What would you have taken away from last year and implemented this year from the same team that you played? Because they had a lot of similar players from the previous
They
year.
did. They're a year older. They're 5 was there last year, 33 was there last year, 3 was there last year, and they were on a run. They just got done beating FIU the other day at home. They maybe won like 5 in a row. So, and I think their confidence, I think it was kind of like a tale of 2 teams there down the stretch. We, after kind of what's happened to us down the stretch, we were maybe going, and they were going, we've won the last 5, so we've got that figured out. So, but once again, the important thing is, our team can take a deep breath and go, it's not as complicated as we make it. We got to get the ball in bounds. We got to square up, get into whatever we're supposed to run, and then we got to put a good shot on it. And if it doesn't go in, you got to get back and guard. And I think that making it through it got a little hairy, but making it through it is important.
For Shayna, I know that hitting 1,000 points is a big milestone. Obviously, she was at 10 at the half, and you could tell she was wanting to get that out of the way kind of early, but came off a offensive rebound, and I think you had the kick out to her on the shot to get that out of the way early in the third quarter and sort of move on from there. How important was that?
Well, I honestly don't know. Maybe she does know. I think she just played. She's just played the last 3 times out. She's bringing it. Her and I are talking about the right things in the game, and if she can continue to do that, I think that's why she's seeing success. She had 26, 4 assists, 1 turnover today in 31 minutes. And I'm challenging her in a lot of ways that don't show up, and her response has been right on. Right. I don't know the last 26 tonight, maybe 19 the other day or something like that, maybe 21 the other day, and I thought she had a good outing the game before that. So I want her to keep building on it. But I thought, I guess that your question was about getting it out of the way. I thought the shots that she took were the right shots for us. I didn't look out there and go, well, she's trying to get her 1,000th point. I looked at it and went, it's a good player lining up a 3 ball. I like it. We got the read. I think we showed great effort on the glass, I think Kate Zabreva got the rebound, kicked it out. She's wide open again. Yes. I mean, every time. Yes. Shoot the ball, you know. So.
Seems like in the role she's in right now, she looked fresher down the stretch. They started to pick up their pressure in the fourth quarter, and she was able to get off that and get to the rack a little bit.
She's working on that.
Mhm.
You know, she's working on that. She knows that it's important that she's got to be able to play down the stretch. Down at the end, she's got to be fresh because people are going to try to take her away. And but I agree that I think I saw some steps forward.
All good?
Good.